Hi everyone, it's Kevin Magpie YouTube channel. Welcome back to another video on my channel. In today's video, I'll be reviewing the round 3 of the AFL season. If you haven't seen Kevin Magpies, welcome, share. If you're new to the channel, watch this for the first time, comment, share, and subscribe. How I did this is pretty simple. I just go through each of the games and I'll have my opinion and thoughts, and I'll let you guys have your say as well. Now, can the Bombers finally get a win in season 2023 and break their losing streak, or will they be 0-3? Can the Power make it 2-1? Can the Blues finally win a game, or will the Bulldogs turn into an 0-3? Can Melbourne break their losing game streak? Or will the Suns finally beat Melbourne since 2014? Can the Saints make it 2 on the trot, or can Richmond make it 2 wins in the first 3 games of the season? Can the Hawks keep their winning streak alive, or can the Giants end Hawthorn's winning streak and keep their winning streak alive? Can the Brisbane Lions keep their streak going, or will the Cats make it 2 wins? Can the Crows keep their winning streak alive, especially at the Adelaide Oval, or can North Melbourne cause another upset? Can West Coast win their first game of the season, or can the Dockers win their first game in Derby 60? Now, I'm going to do this one slightly different, only because I want to talk about a couple teams in this particular video. So, Fremantle got the job done by 38 points against the West Coast Eagles, and while I thought that was the margin in my tipping, that, yeah, I got that one correct, but 15-16, 106, 10-8, 68. When you look at it, Fremantle were very competitive, and so West Coast, 5-4 to 3-1, and then since then it's been all Fremantle, and they absolutely dominated. They did kick 3 goals 5 in that last quarter compared to 3 goals 3, but other than that, in the Derby, that's something that you'd be very happy with. Win by 38 points. You just knew that they're going to be competitive, West Coast, but can they keep it long enough as well? And that's going to be the main thing. So this Fremantle team, it's got the Bulldogs next week, and yeah, can't wait for it. See what happens. The Adelaide Crows getting the job done by 36 points. Now, I was watching the highlights of this 17-12, 114 to 12-6, 78, and I was listening to it as well. Now, one thing I will say, North were very brave, and they did put up a bit of a fight. Unfortunately, that they fell short, but you know exactly what you're going to get out of North Melbourne, and I thought that was pretty much an easy win for the Crows. Also, too, it's good to see that their forward line is clicking. Walker kicked 4 goals 2 as well. I thought he was good. Thilthorpe kicked 3. Keys kicked 2 as well with his 20 disposals. And even Harry Seidel having 26 disposals, and Simpkin having 31, and Rankin having 30 as well, and 33 to Caleb Daniels. So I thought that was really good, especially the way that they play. But with the Dockers, you have Caleb Sarong, 35 disposals, again looking like the goods for him. Patrick Ross missed some opportunities, but certainly got his hands on the footy as well. Shea Bowen had 21 disposals, but all in all, it was a really good win from the Dockers and themselves. Tracy kicked 3, and then Miss kicked 4 goals. 4 goals on there, so it was a really good performance as well. But great win for the Adelaide Crows, and a really good performance as well. Now, Brisbane fought back really well, 10-10, 70-9, 7-61. Now, the biggest lead they were out to is 32 points in that second quarter, and while they did choke, disappointing, very disappointing indeed. to allow the Brisbane Lions kick 4 goals 3 in that third quarter, to not even score in that third quarter is very disappointing. They're in front by a point, Brisbane, at 3/4 time, and they only managed to kick 2 goals 1, and they kicked 3 goals 3, so very not a good performance. Lose by 9 points in the end. That would be the only concerns for me if you were a Geelong supporter, the way that they played as well. Now, Hawthorn getting a job done by 12 points in Tassie in a windy game, 10-16-76 to 19-64. But to me, this is where the league got out to. They choked by being 35 points in front, and they missed 5 to the left, 1 to the right. 3 were rushed and 1 was touched. 4 were rushed for the Hawks, 1 was touched. They hit the post 3 times, missed to the left 4, missed to the right 4 as well. Look, they had the most even marks, but unfortunately, contested marks, they had 13 apiece, or 14-6 marks inside 50. So they had a fair few of uncontested possessions in the running carry game going as well, but they managed to have 109 to 137 clearances, 11 to 9 in the centre clearances, stoppage clearances 24 to 22, and 33 apiece and 34 to 33 in the hit-outs department as well. They had a little bit more disposals, more kicks, and less handballs. 61 inside 50s to 47, well, they probably did deserve to win. So, really looking forward to it as well. Now, St Kilda second half was superb. 2015, 135, defeated the Tigers 7-11-53 by 82 points. Now, it was very close at halftime. St Kilda kicked 6 goals 5 in that third quarter, and then they kicked 8 goals 4. So they did everything that they needed to do. Credit towards the Saints. Sinclair had 40 disposals again. McRae had 31. Wanganeen Malera had 29 as well. And just the way that they played as a team, I thought was good. Mason Wood had opportunities and he kicked 3 goals 1. So you got to really take that as much as you possibly can. But you got to realise that that was a really good performance as well. Also, too, I do like the way that they played St Kilda and really showed up for when they needed to as well. Gold Coast Suns defeated the Demons by 58 points since 2014. Can you believe it? 18-12, 20 to 8-14, 62. Now, they were disappointing. Rao had 36 disposals, 1 goal 1, and 29 disposals to John Noble. Noah Anderson had 35. Took Miller kicked 3 goals from these 23 disposals. Oliver had 31 as well. Langdon had 29. But yeah, Gawn was down. 15 disposals from his 30 hit-outs as well. 4 goals 3 to Ben King, I thought was superb. But when you saw the way that they play Gold Coast, I thought they were good and they deserve it. They are currently now in the box seat, and you got to give them credit. They're undefeated for a reason. They had the bye round too, so they definitely did look fresh. You would have thought that it's unexcusable that Melbourne did lose against North Melbourne, and you think they'll bounce back. But to lose by that much is very disappointing indeed. Are they in a rebuilding stage? I don't know. But when you look at the way that they play to Melbourne and listen to the game and definitely going through the stats, it's very crazy to see on how they perform, and it's not good enough at all. Got to be better than that as well. On Thursday night, we had Essendon defeating the Power by 12 points, 9-18, 72 to 8-12, 60. Now, Port have been disappointing. Essendon were very, it probably was a bit of an average game, but it was inaccuracy from both teams. It really was. And I think in the end, Essendon kicked on in that last quarter, but when you look at the points they missed, that they had, Essendon missed 4 on the left and 4 on the right, hit the post twice, 1 on the left and 1 on the right, and 8 rushed behind. So if you take away that, there's still inaccuracy. Well, Port Adelaide had 3 rush behinds, but they missed 6 to the right, 2 to the left, and 1 hit the post on the right-hand side as well. So, again, 57 tackles to 41, they did not want to show up. And again, when you look at it, 10 to 6 tackles in the 450, they took 116 marks, so they did nothing. They had no territory. So, in a way, that means nothing. It really does. 12 to 11 marks inside 50, contested marks 6 to 5. But they had a lot more uncontested possessions, +1 in that aspect. But in the contested possessions, guys, they were dominant Essendon, 121 to 92. 24-20 in stoppage clearances and 9-8 in the centre clearances. And clearances in general is 32 to 29 and hit-outs 36 to 31. So that's probably the reason why you can't afford to give them an out. They have more disposals, more kicks, more handballs, +15 more inside 50s. That's just pathetic. And credit to Essendon, they well deserved this win. I picked Port, and I thought they were going to win. I thought they would continue on the streak, but now the question marks on Ken Hinkley on what's going to happen as well. So it is a talking point, a concern at this point, and maybe there's something to worry about as well. So we'll definitely see on what happens as well. But I'm really looking forward to seeing on what comes out of this game. But again, what a win from the Bombers and Port Adelaide. Again, disappointing as well. Now, the Western Bulldogs won by 8 points, 12-11, 83 to 11-9, 75. Now, all the credit goes to Western Bulldogs in the way that they played. Tom Liberatore had 30 disposals. Tom Litani had 28 hits and 28 disposals, but probably didn't do. Yes, some of his kicks were poor as well. 31 disposals from Sam Davis, and I thought he was sensational. And also, too, Cripps was down on his game. He had 21 disposals. Welsh had 26, 19 to Sard. Charlie Kerner kicked 3 in that first half, but then fell away badly. And then when you look at Norton, didn't have much of the footy, but definitely found his moment as well, kicking 1 goal 1. And again, Sam Darcy kicked 2 goals 1 with his 17 disposals, did take a fair bit of marks as well up the ground. And I think for me, the first half was very interesting. And I knew that Carlton were going to lose this game. I knew that the Bulldogs would win. You trust the Bulldogs more than you do Carlton because they're 0-2. The stats are now that the second half, they kick 4 goals 4. 4 goals 4. And then they conceded 8 goals 6. So it's 24 goals 16, wherever that is too. And that was against the Dogs. If you look back, especially on that Thursday night, their first half 6 goals 4 and they kicked 5 goals 5. But they managed to kick 4 goals 8, and yet they allowed them to kick 7 goals 3. So again, that is not a good performance. And in round 1, round 1, they kicked 7 goals 8, and now kept Richmond to 4 goals 1. They kicked 2 goals 7 in the second half. Pathetic. And then they kicked 9 goals 3 in the second half, Richmond. So that's just proving the point that they're not a very good football team. I saw Charlie Curnow try and go for the leads, and he got spoiled. Did nothing to fight back. Yeah, he did beat the chasing, and he got activated, got into the game, but that means nothing. You got to do it for 4 quarters, and this Carlton team can't do it for 4 quarters. Teams now know that if you are allowed to be close enough to Carlton and hold on and break even, you got a chance to break them. You got a chance to really destroy them. So, again, that's the concern for me that these teams do have, is that Carlton, they're not that good. They've been choking leads. They've choked more times than Collingwood. And that's saying something, right? Their biggest lead was 24 points in that second quarter. 3 minutes and 46 seconds remaining, right? When you look at round 2, again, their lead was obviously 11 points. So that definitely wasn't choked. And you knew that Hawthorn had in control. And they were 41 points in front against the Tigers, and yet they choked that. So, again, what does that mean? It means absolutely not. It means that they're not a very good football team. If you stay close with them, or if you break even, or if you hit the scoreboard in the second half and you can overrun them, that's the way that you're going to get it. It's the coaching side of things. Again, Michael Voss isn't that good of a coach. I've said this numerous times. Paul Sam Welsh, there's not much that he can do because he's got his back injury, so you have to manage him as well, because otherwise you're just going to put too much stress on his back. And we know that back injuries are the worst. Once you do your back, that's it. There's no second backs. Now you're going to have to manage it. And it's even worse when you've already injured a couple times. So, I don't know what you get out of with Carlton at the moment. And to be honest, I'm confident that we'll beat them. I'm very confident. Now, it's a massive game. Yeah, I get that. But it's not a very good performance from Carlton at all. Hope you guys liked the video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you very much. We're going up in subscribers a fair bit too, especially on the live streams and the videos. I really do appreciate it. Let's keep it going. Let's keep the views going as well. I really always appreciate that. Don't forget to drop a like, also drop a sub, and also share the videos and streams. Until next time, bye for now.